NDP MLA Adrian Dix says it's time to stop apologizing for the 90s. The hard-driving opposition health critic has announced his bid to lead the NDP to what it hopes will be an election win. He says that can only happen if the party returns to its socialist roots. He's also revealing exclusive details to A News about the role Vancouver Island voters will play in his campaign. Our legislature reporter Shachi Kurl has the story.
I'll be declaring my candidacy for the leadership of the NDP. I think it's an exciting day. It's an exciting time to be a New Democrat.
Could it also be deja vu all over again? And is that a bad thing? Adrian Dix says no. A party stalwart for more than 20 years, a close ally of former Premier Glenn Clark, the MLA for Vancouver-Kingsway says the NDP, under his own leadership, will go back to its socialist roots.
We have to bring back some fairness in the economy.
He says that means lessening the tax burden on lower and middle income earners and investing more in two big ministries, healthcare and education.
They're not just social issues, as they're often described. They're central to what the provincial government does to ensure we have an economy that works and a society that works.
Putting more money into the hands of the middle class means taking it from somewhere else. Dix says he'll start by taxing the banks.
In 2007, the government decided they'd get rid of the corporation capital tax, the minimum tax paid by the banks. They should pay their fair share too.
It's the kind of talk that makes BC Liberals giddy. They effectively destroyed the NDP's track record on the economy in the 1990s, casting the New Democrats as a government that spent too much, drove business opportunities out of BC, and then there was this devastating catchphrase.
It's a decade of decline in the 1990s.
They stalled again in the 90s for a decade of decline.
I sat in those 10 miserable years, that decade of decline.
But Dix is pushing back on that assessment.
Average economic growth under the Liberals, 2%. It was 3% under the NDP in the 1990s. And I think we need to stop being defensive about our economic record and engage these issues and take the Liberals on.
To take the fight to the Liberals, he'll have to take on his NDP rivals. Even though Juan de Fuca MLA John Horgan is making a bid for leadership, Dix says he's not conceding the fight on Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island is the focus for me because we are very close to using Vancouver Island and getting the support on Vancouver Island we need to form a majority in British Columbia. We were close in Comox. We were close in Oak Bay, we were close in Saanich and the islands.
Months of party turmoil have centered over where the true heart of the NDP really lies. Dix says he'll put it back where it belongs, on the left. In Victoria, Shachi Kurl, A News.